morning, afternoon, night. This is We Are Not Prepared, and we are your hosts, Byron
and Mark Ivy. Welcome back to We Are Not Prepared. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a special announcement. The king is dead! There is no Byron Jackson anywhere to be found. Turns out, he triple booked himself once again. That's what I'm working with, ladies and gentlemen. A true professional that does not honor my time. And to be honest, I don't know where we're going to go from here. But, you know, every great podcast duo goes through these trials and tribulations on their way to grow their listenership to a total of 10. But until then, if you see Byron, tell him the blind man's looking for him. Until then, also, sitting in Byron's seat is not Byron. It is Mrs. Lee Tomlin.
Hello, hello.
Lee. Woo-hoo. What about art makes you happy?
That is a big question. A lot about art, like the process of making art, feeling art, seeing art, all of the above, So what specifically do you want to know?
Well, what's your background in art? What makes you, because the people don't know, but that has been, you've dedicated that to serving others through art, right? In the nonprofit sector. Mm-hmm. So Lee does work at New View. She is our program's coordinator. Well, looky what we got ourselves here. We got ourselves a program coordinator. What you gonna do, Lee, huh? Go coordinate programs? Program coordinator?
Something, making it up. Yep.
Sorry about that. So what did you do before New View?
I was a teaching artist for the Arts Council of Oklahoma City and the Creative Aging Program, where we went into different assisted living and memory care facilities and taught art. So I did that for almost 6 years.
What's the difference between doing and teaching and enjoying art as an instructor with senior citizens versus blind people who are blind? Have you noticed anything? I know you're still kind of new.
Well, yeah.
Ish. You're not new anymore, are you?
Ish. I mean, since November.
It's been a year, right?
November.
Okay.
Officially. So, well, actually, I have some of the similar situations where working with people who have issues with vision or even neuropathy in their hands or arthritis or whatever. So you kind of have to modify certain projects in order to help accommodate everyone. But clay.
How would you accommodate someone who can't hold a brush or a pencil or a marker, like with the arthritis you said?
Right. Well, so basically clay is always great because it's very tactile and it's really non-threatening, interestingly enough. A lot of people think, I can't draw immediately, even if, we look at riding a bike, you don't think you can automatically ride a bike the first time out, right? So, but clay is great because it's very tactile. It's really good for people who have arthritis or neuropathy. It's great people who are blind because, it's tactile and and I bring in examples of projects so that people can feel it. And just because you can't see colors doesn't mean the process of blending colors in clay is not still important and fun to do.
So you said at the I should have interrupted you because now I forgot. You said it's not intimidating. Mm-hmm. Is that what you said, clay?
Non-threatening. Yeah.
So when I walked in to our MOVE classroom at New View, it was after hours, you were with a couple of MOVE instructors and you all were preparing clay?
Yes.
Okay. And so for whatever reason, I'm not just saying this because you just said what you said, but when I was watching you all, the camaraderie of rolling clay together and just looking at it, and my mind didn't go directly to, I can't do that, because that's where my mind always goes to art. For some stupid reason, I have to look at art and say, I can't do that when I should just enjoy it.
Right.
It's like, why would I think?
Part of it is just turning your brain off, and that's what a lot of clay is great for, because you're using your hands and you're getting out of your head. You're using your body and you're turning that bit off. And so a lot of it is getting you to a Zen place what people don't even think about. They automatically think, oh, well, that's not possible, but it is. And so I want art to be accessible for everyone. And so because it's good for everyone, whether you think you can do it or not, you can, and it just is introducing people to it. And once you're exposed to it, then you go, oh, I can totally do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And you find out that I assume that whatever you're doing, especially in a group, that it's not like you're in the room with Picasso, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're under, like everyone's having fun, right?
That's yes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost the end. It's the process.
Absolutely. It's really.
Did I get that?
You did.
Okay,
A lot
that's
of
about
it.
as deep as I can go.
Hey, I like it. The process of making art, just the process of it is often equally as important, if not more so than the end product. So, and then it's very empowering too, because then it lets people know that, hey, you can totally do this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've noticed with like adaptive sports where that program's growing,
Mm-hmm.
it's almost like the sport is becoming, even though it's all at the end of the day, like you end up on the field. If you're ended up, the clay's in your hand, all that stuff, great. But it's almost secondary at this point, hearing and noticing and just feeling all of that, like you said, the process, the coming together, like in the van on the way to Missouri for the tournament, like that type of stuff. After hours, rolling clay together with, that stuff. Just, I don't know. There's something about it that warms my insides.
Well, yeah, it's community building.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's real.
It is very real.
And so, what about young kids? What do we have going on right now, just in general with art? Like, what's a standing event that we have with art, or do we have
one on a regular basis?
Yeah, do we have any regular
here?
basis art programs?
Well, we have Art After Work here at Class, and we have Art After Work at Douglas. We have the support group I was just talking that meets down at Douglas twice a month, and then I work with the MOVE students doing art. And that's also what I'm working on building too, is having clients be able to come in and participate, and that's, also adding in the music element. But we have art going on, every month, at different times. So, and Art After,
What do you like more, music or art? Both arts.
I like the arts, period, plural.
You gotta pick one.
Yeah. Well, no, I can't pick one. I like them all.
Okay.
Really? Come on, man. Yep.
I don't know. Like, would you rather play a guitar for the rest of your life or have paint at your disposal for the rest of your life?
That's a big question. I have more experience with paint and sculpture and printmaking and all of that stuff just because that's my degree. But then also, I love music, playing the piano, singing, goofing around, harmonica, guitar's cool. All of it's cool. You
like to sing? What were you saying? Before we went live, you sing. You said instead of saying things, you sing.
Because I have a lot of experience with early childhood, so a lot of times singing a sentence will get kids' attention versus just saying a sentence.
So before you were doing arts and senior living centers and stuff like that with seniors, you were with younger kids.
A lot of my work history is with the younger kids, but before that, I was a graphic designer for 7 years. So yeah. I've done.
What would you sing to my 4-year-old to let her know that the clay is still hot?
Oh,
I don't know. What would you sing?
Well, I say, I don't know. Don't touch the hot stuff, baby.
Yeah.
Your fingers will get burned. Don't do it. Yeah.
That's
stuff like that.
A little. Not like Aretha Franklin, but like that. I don't know what that's. I like that sound. You had a little soul, baby.
Yeah, you just kind of make stuff up. Yeah, get kids' attention. Or so freeze. Freeze works really well because you're not telling them to stop. You're just saying freeze.
Yeah.
So then they freeze, versus saying stop because they're used to hearing, stop. So
yeah, that's my 4-year-old thought her name was Stop for the first 4 years.
Nice.
Stop. Stop. Just noises and stop. Yeah. She's a little behind now. We sing when we sing, she has to have songs to go to sleep. And so now we have to like switch it up because she gets bored with some of the old ones. So it's like make something up or sing about your dreams.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So what's something that you would
Well,
sing
my
to
dream
her?
or my song is always, this has been going on for a couple of weeks and I need a new tune. So maybe we can work on that. But I just always go to like Free Falling.
Oh.
And so like, it's like I had a dream. It's a true story. I had a dream where, dreams are crazy. This seemed so normal. My daughter and I are in a rocket ship where we work for NASA. We're in our, she's 4 still in a little baby astronaut thing. I'm on there. We're going to the moon. On the rocket ship with us is President Joe Biden and President Vladimir Putin.
Oh
and she's like, Vladimir? And she thinks Putin, the word Putin's hilarious. But anyway, so it's like, we're just, how did it start? The other night I had a dream about going to the moon. I was with Evelyn June and we were in our rocket suits. There was 2 others on the rocket ship. It was Joe Biden and Vladimir Putin. And then, just Joe Biden, what are you doing over there? Thought I told you not to touch that. Bologna sandwich. Or just say something crazy. I don't. So anyways, you get on the moon, get up on top of the moon. I can't find Evelyn June. Oh, look, she's over there on the dark side of the moon, hanging out with some Looney Tunes. That's where Pink Floyd played. And I'll just like keep going off down. So like eventually it's not my dream, but like I'll start it with the dream, So
That's cool. I like that. I think that's awesome though, because it's storytelling. So she's getting a story and a song and you're making it up. That's cool. I like it.
Yeah. And then she'll beat me down to where it's just close your eyes. You are tired. Like it's just telling her.
Stop.
My songs just turned to like tell you.
That's awesome.
What do you like to do for fun outside of art, Lee?
I like to do a lot of stuff, but I have my house has been a project for the last 5 years. So that's pretty much what I've been doing outside of work is working on my house. And I'm actually moving into it now, so that's exciting. So
that's I feel like that would be very exciting.
Yeah.
To
so
be working on us for 5 years and then get to move into it.
Yeah, and thank goodness for my mother. I've been staying with her for the last 5 years. So.
Shout out to all the moms.
I know, thank goodness. And she didn't kill me in my sleep, so I'm grateful for that.
Well, that's very nice. Does she have a history of?
No,
Okay.
but I mean, because she'll miss me, just not all my stuff. And
Okay.
So it's I'm very grateful.
Lee, I just want to look out for you. I mean,
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
if you have a mother murderer, we just need to, we should make sure.
No, she's awesome.
You do. Is it Sesame Street or impressions?
Oh no.
What impression do you do?
I used to do the Chipmunks, but the thing is, you get out of practice.
Oh,
When
yeah.
I used to work with kids a lot, I would do them.
So
lot.
Chipmunk was your like if you had just to pull out your showstopper for the kids, Chipmunks got him every time.
kind of, like
That's a great one. How
yeah,
high
but
can-
it's
can
very
you-
rusty. But like
Give me Chris. Oh,
Where's Theodore, Dave?
oh, shoot, Lee.
that's kind of bad right
no,
now.
that's
but-
great. Holy cow!
So you have to, yeah. So
Give me a Christmas time, Chris.
Oh my
Chris,
God,
the
no.
song. Just one Christmas. Just go Christmas time.
I don't know if I can do that. Man.
Alvin.
I know.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
I'd have to work on
Okay.
that because I never sing doing their voices.
Okay.
but-
Well, the talking I feel like is harder. The longer you try to talk, like if you're doing like if I'm doing like Shaggy, I do Shaggy a lot to my
Cool,
daughter,
cool,
and it's like you have your well, psych, Scoob, you really
Yeah.
done it now.
Nice.
Or see you later, dude. Like, but if you start trying to have a conversation with it, it's so hard.
It
So like when you
is.
see like, I don't know, Dana Carvey, he's my always go-to. Like he can
Sweet.
talk in these characters for so long
Yeah.
and it remains so funny. And he just keeps stretching it out like silly putty to where like it starts as like, oh, that sounds like Donald Trump. And at the end, it's just like, this is just a hilarious, like talking bit about. You almost forget that it's the character
Mhm.
because of all the funny stuff built into it. You know.
Yeah.
So like I try to find like rhythms
Mm-hmm.
and like so like I can't even think of one like right off, but like so what like those things like see you later, dude, like old Psych Scoob, you know, those things just like roll, but like I don't know, Dana Carvey would say like he'll do Joe Biden and at the end he'll just like, and then we got Pirates of the Caribbean, you know, just like yell something random. And it's just hilarious because it's nothing he would say. It kind of sounds like him. And it's funny putting words in other people's mouths that they wouldn't say. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because totally random.
So, like, when you start being silly with Alvin or whoever it is, like with the pain, like if I ever bring up poop and I'm Cookie Monster, or like, so cookies, and then if I say the word like poop, that's just an easy, you know, any kid will laugh at poop.
Right, yeah, that's very true. Very
so
true.
it's like, Evan Jr., I need a cookie. Cookie for Dada. Cookie butter Dada. And then she'll give it to me. I'll go, yeah, poop cookie. And then, you know, and then someone else comes in. Now she's in trouble from, you know, I just keep going. Like Mickey Mouse is now mad at you know, Cookie, what did I tell you about putting poopy cookies in Evan Jr.'s room? Well, gosh, Mick, it was just a poopy cookie. Why don't you take a bite? Cookie Monster doesn't mean no harm. You know, so like you just keep going. And then unfortunately, mine's are never educational. Yours are educational. So I'm just like, my daughter's just going to be a mess now.
Well, she'll be really creative and have a great imagination. So, hey.
Let's cut the last 5 minutes of me rambling about that.
It's all good. I always thought voiceover acting would be really cool because then you can do different, you know, voices and stuff.
I got to sit here and do a little kid voice. Jazz produced that one as well. She taught me how to talk like a child, which is smile really big when you're talking.
It's true. People can tell if you're smiling through your voice. You know, yeah.
Because I was like, I had to say like I hope it doesn't snow so we can play outside on the playground. And my voice is so deep, and she's like, smile really big, and like, and I go, okay, and I was like, I wish we can go outside, you know, like, and then you're like,
makes
whoa.
a big difference,
But the reason I bring that up, so, what'd you say, voice acting?
Voiceover acting.
So I had like 4 lines in that little thing I just told you with a maximum of like, or maybe 3 lines, maximum like 15 words. So like I could just look at it, memorize it, say it. But I don't think there's a way yet for a blind person to do voiceover acting that is in depth like a
character.
Like a character.
See, I thought that would be something really cool to explore with some of the programming here because I like, you know, the dramatic
arts. How would we
arts.
do it?
I don't know. That's something that would be a great conversation because I think it would be really cool because we could, you know, people could write the script and make up the characters and then do it. So maybe that's something we could figure out how to do because I think that would be a lot of fun.
Yes. I think you just figured it out kind of.
Cool.
A simple
awesome.
script.
Yes.
I mean, obviously, we're not trying to make a movie. They don't need to memorize a million lines.
And it might not even be very good, but we're just going to do it. It would be fun just to try it.
And you can allow just a wiggle room for improv in between.
Absolutely.
So you can get comfortable doing it.
Well,
That'd be a blast.
Well, yeah, because I'm always
talk to possibilities about it.
That's true. I thought about that too.
Anything is possible.
That's right. Whoop, whoop. Yep. Because I think it's really fun because then you also, by becoming another character, then you also get out of your head and you don't really think about, you know, stuff or limitations. So it was really kind of fun because I'm always much more comfortable with, you know, being different, weird, or whatever, you know, have strange voices makes much more sense to me, you know, being, you know, like a behind the scenes person than anything. But yeah, and I know we got time and stuff. Jazz just like
gave
time.
Us she playing us off.
What's up, dude? Time.
The first time I did stand-up comedy, an open mic. So when you do an open mic, you run when a minute hits, so you have 5 minutes in this case. At the 4-minute mark, or 30 seconds, there might be 2. You get a light at the back.
Right.
So I didn't see the light.
I know, so it's like we got to do some like tap thing, like.
You know what the music they played me off with?
What?
Blinded by the Light.
Sweet.
They crank it. They crank it. Just
Wow.
doot, 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 like the beginning of Blinded by the Light, and that got a bigger laugh than any of my jokes. I was like, thanks, light guy. Appreciate the light. Lighty.
Yo.
What else? I think we're about to wrap.
Yeah, I think we're about to wrap. So this has been fun. Thank you. Hopefully
It was unprepared.
It was definitely unprepared. So I have no idea if I said anything that was, of value. But
No, you, when the first time I talked to you and everyone else that I've been in contact with, I told you before, like, just having a consistent, someone that can focus on some of this stuff the way you are it's just a different way it's been done. It's, I don't know, genuine and fun.
Yeah.
And different. And it's an experience, really. That's what I think you're creating for it's almost, when you tell me an idea you have, like whether it's the music in the basement, the art stuff, or just whatever. That day we talked in our office, it's like every single thing started at the base of like, well, this is an experience. It's not,
absolutely.
like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's just, that's what, everyone needs that obviously, but so do folks who can't see people and create those experiences for themselves.
Absolutely. And it's a collaboration too, because I want to meet people where they are. So I want to make it the best experience and, and expose people to all the things.
Yes.
And so that's the goal.
Well, you're doing a great job. And I think Newview as in a whole, with some of the awesome grant stuff we get, that what I'm seeing around is just the coolest time ever to give folks these opportunities. Like, again, not to be dramatic, but they just would not happen. I mean, you can't round up 10 people to come do art or come play beat baseball and adaptive sports that live all across this side of the city at 5 o'clock and get them all home by 8. How does that happen in a world without community support? Like, you know what I mean?
Yes,
it's impossible.
Absolutely.
It's impossible. So, thanks for making an impact.
Well, thank you.
And thanks for being on the show. I can't tell you enough how much I don't miss Byron. Well, you know what I mean? Anyways, all right. For Mark Ivy, no Byron, Lee Tomlin, this has been We Are Not Prepared. Goodbye.